Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to the Cosmic Starseed Academy, the Sunday, the Sunday Pleiadian School, um, Sunday Pleiadian Sunday School, group sessions, 3 o'clock on Sunday. And today's date is the 9th of March already, 2025, and the time is 3:26 here in Ireland. There's a few things I'd like to let you know. This is strictly speaking week 6, and it's supposed to be on past lives and clearing your own. However, I was outside and having a coffee, and they were giving me a message that they wanted to share today. So I'll be doing that probably instead of the past lives in week 6. So that'll be carried forward. And also, thank you, Judy, for the donation. Yesterday I did get it. So these groups are by donation. If you can, if you can't, I'd rather you did join than not join because I, you know, I because you felt you couldn't because of the donation. They're open whether you give a donation or not. If you can give a donation, that's great. So the Saturday group is at 7 p.m. Irish time every Saturday, and the Sunday group is 3 p.m. every Sunday. Both are by donation. And my third group that's starting on the 1st of April is only for paid Substack subscribers, whether they've paid for the month or the year or as a founder. And those are the three categories that Substack has. They don't have a weekly category or choice. So let me see, is there anything else I need to say before Dennis does the prayers? Um, Yes, I'm going to be. I've been meaning to. A lot of you know that I've moved recently, and I've that's something. One of the messages that they wanted to share as well, or kind of to do with that and the energy. But I have been meaning to do a video on the place I'm living, and I'll be doing that hopefully today. It's a beautiful day here in Ireland, in Cork, and it's very warm. I haven't seen it this warm in Ireland for quite some time. Um, Dennis, how is it in Dublin?
It is lovely.
Okay, good, good. So it's widespread. Um, okay, so let's begin. I don't think there's anything else I need to update people with. Do come and subscribe to my Substack because I recently was hacked 4 times in 2 days on Facebook. So I'm going to be leaving that um, train platform, trying to be careful with my words. So do come and subscribe to my Substack. Um, or follow me on Facebook instead of friending me or sending me a friend request because I'm just people that are sending me friend requests, I'm just kind of steering them towards a Substack. So, Dennis, would you begin by saying the prayers?
Okay, I will say the law of one prayer and I will repeat it 3 times. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks. This is done. It is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks this is done. It is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all concerned. I give thanks this is done. It is so. And I will say the mantra which is shared by Blossom Goodchild. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to begin by doing a meditation. So get comfortable where you're sitting. You can have your eyes open or closed. Back as straight as you can comfortably be. Hands in your lap or wherever is comfortable. The most important thing ever when you begin to meditate is that you are comfortable. Rather than sitting in a certain cross-legged position, if you are uncomfortable in that, it is always best to go against the grain, even in social settings where it is where everyone else is cross-legged. It is always best, thank you, to be comfortable with how you are sitting. In order, and this will affect your meditation, because the more comfortable you are, the more deeper or higher you can go in the meditation. So comfortable is key. You can close your eyes or open and breathe in through your nose down to your belly and hold it for as long as comfortably possible, and then breathe out through your mouth. It can be a gentle or it can be forceful, with a sound, with a noise. And thank you. And do that 2 or 3 more times. And visualize Ashtar on your right, Jesus behind you, Merlin to your left, Mother Mary in front of you, and Mary Magdalene. And then you can also visualize on an outer circle somewhat the Pleiadian collective and Lyra collective, Syrian collective, and other beautiful light beings here today are with us. We're not going to disclose or mention names, but you are surrounded. All of you here today, and even some of those in the future that will be watching this. Some of those in the future watching this will be surrounded by light beings that they do not know, and are unaware of. So let us begin. There are such major shifts of energy on your planet. It is such an understatement to say those words right now. We're going to give an example of, a personal example of what is going on with Soma, because that will be easier for her to describe. And it is a collective energy. It is not ever limited to Soma. The energy that she has been in since moving accommodations for so long, she has learnt as a child how to step into an alternative mind state of a higher awareness. And she's been learning for many years how to step into and out of this, whether it's in a meditation or drumming. And that includes shamanic drumming and African drumming. So many of you, we are only giving the Soma, this one, as an example, where she has really learned to step in and out of an altered mind state, a higher awareness, a higher dimension. That is where you will find us and others. This includes higher dimensions than us and other dimensions. She has always used her space, physical space, or room, or bedroom, as a sacred space, as a comforting womb to go into, to open up. And she learns this at a very young age. This is her doorway. This is her sanctuary, always. Of stepping into a higher consciousness where she is safe and protected in this space. It is separate, or rather, okay. So she has created a separateness from her daily life and her spiritual life, where she has learned to turn on and off, step in and step out, step in, sit down, do a reading or a channeling or spiritual teachings or a group or such like, and then step out of that. In and out, going between different energies, different worlds, different realities, different awareness, different, thank you so much, different consciousness, different frequency, different vibration. And since the move, and this is collective and extremely important, our words today, hugely affecting ascension and the evolution of your humanity. It is huge what we are sharing. And we began to do this when she was outside, as we always begin to blend, connect with her deeper and deeper, more before the sessions. Although we are never not with her, we are never not with you. You could take our words, her, and replace them with you. This is a collective message and has little to do with Soma. We are only using her as an example, framework to lay some foundation, perhaps. So since the move 2 weeks ago, yesterday, and this is collective, the time frame we are giving, more or less collective. What has happened since the move is that those energies of the physical reality and the higher frequency, the higher mind state, the higher consciousness, the higher awareness, the teachings, the wisdom, the channeling is connected to the technology we've been speaking of recently. Last night, for example, we mentioned it briefly, where that technology has been turned off and these energies of higher consciousness and your 3D planet and awareness is more blended, more one in an extreme way, where the space that she was entering of a sacredness, of a higher dimension, a higher awareness, a higher frequency, being able to transmission messages, being able to channel is more of a one energy now, meaning that that energy of stepping into that energy is more, is consistently on your 3D earth. So there has been a tremendous shift in the 3D and the 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, and the different dimensions. It has become more of one reality where where collectively there has been a major shift on your planet energetically over the last few weeks. And you are coming out of the old energy and stepping into a higher frequency within your physical 3D Mother Earth planet reality. This is huge, what we are saying. There has been a major shift where that sacredness that she created in her room has been brought forth into your reality, into your physical 3D reality, meaning that you have moved collective. Thank you so much. You collectively, you have moved up into a higher frequency on a daily basis. You are no longer stepping into meditation or stepping into trance or stepping into channeling or stepping into the dream time or stepping into anything outside of yourself. You are in it. You have embraced it, incorporated it, and you have brought it into your physical reality. This is a major shift on your planet collectively. You are no longer in the 3D. You have now moved up into the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or whichever you were on, you've moved up. there are many people that will say this has already happened. And they would be right in saying that. However, this is not a one-step process of ascension. This is many baby steps of ascension, process of evolution, of transition, of moving forward. The ascension has many, 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 many thank you, stages where you are moving into a higher reality on your planet. And there has been a recent shift in energy where that has been incorporated even more than perhaps ever before on your planet, where you are embodying the, thank you, these words are perfect choice, where you are, quote, where you are embodying the higher dimensions into your physical body and grounding these energies into your Mother Earth. We spoke of, let us add, in a very physical way. And thank you, we spoke of a few months ago of new DNA codes we want to share with you, which include the grounding codes for star seeds. And we shared this one with you, not the others. We haven't released those yet, even to Soma, or talked about them or disclosed them. But the grounding code for the star seeds, the grounding DNA code for the star seeds, we spoke of a few months ago, and we said that this code is one of the most important. It lays the foundation, and it is activated when you lay your belly on the ground, on the grass, on the soil, on the earth, not concrete, not stones, not even sand, perhaps, but earth, soil, grass, where the DNA code is activated through this process, where you directly connect your belly to the earth, which is a living being. And energy will, when you do this, this activates these secret or hidden DNA codes instantly by doing this physical action of laying your belly on the ground. You connect to Mother Earth, and these codes are woken up instantaneously. And we put them there, not just us, but also Lyra, Syrian, and many others. We put these codes into you, knowing full well that these DNA codes within starseeds specifically are hugely important to the manifestation of ascension, which you, at the time of Atlantis, you didn't have these codes, and you chose not to ascend. We put these codes into you to ensure and instill the ascension process this time would be manifested. So these codes, these DNA, specific DNA codes that we have not yet released publicly, except for the DNA grounding codes, are essential. We cannot say this strongly enough. These codes are essential to ascension process this time, and ascension for humanity. You are, and the star seeds are, with these DNA codes, the star seeds are the leaders of this ascension process, the spokespeople, the energetic carriers, the energetic carriers. Let us say that again. The star seeds on your planet right now are with these DNA activation codes that are unknown mostly. The star seeds are the energetic carriers that are leading the collective of normies or humanity into ascension process. You are the governors, the way showers, the leaders, the force that is at the forefront leading the ascension process. And these DNA codes, we cannot emphasize this enough or say this enough ever. This is it. This is critical in the ascension and evolution of your humanity forward. You are the way showers. You are the thought leaders. It is more about energy and leading the energy forward. So we will go back to the DNA grounding codes within starseeds. There are 12 or more. So in total, there are, well, we say total, but let us give you a base figure of the minimum of the DNA activation codes within starseeds that we have placed within you. There are 13 minimum. So, and there is much information that we will share and have done so before in the past to do with 13, and we will share more about that in the future as well. But the DNA grounding code within starseeds, when you lay your belly on the ground, you are activating, physically activating this grounding energy into the Mother Earth, into the core of the Earth, and then it is spiraling back up into you, where you are activating Mother Earth and letting her know the time is now for humanity to awaken. And as you do that, you are anchoring in the ascension timeline, process, evolution of humanity. Let us say that again. As you do that with this technique, you are anchoring in specific energy that is needed on your planet to allow humanity to collectively go through ascension process. And this is a foundation, a laying of the foundation, a laying of the ground, a laying of the steps, a laying of the carpet, the rug. It is putting the wood, the foundation to build the ascension process. This is the foundation. It is like thank you. It is like laying concrete when you are building a house or foundation. We would not like the substance of concrete, but let us say wood or another material. It is the foundation, building blocks. Thank you. Any questions so far?
Do you think laying in the snow would ground me? If I can get up. Once I get down, sometimes I can't get up. We still have a lot of snow on the ground here, so.
It is actually, people might think that that is a silly question, but actually, that's a very important question because your environment does affect you. Where you live affects you. Concrete high rise. Let us give an extreme example of concrete in China, for example, or the concrete in Dubai. It's very different environments. Your environment has such a huge impact on you. Let us give you an example of an environment of sacred people in Native America. Is very different to the environment of London or cities. Very different environments. So environments and weather do affect you on a grand scale. Trees, air, water, wind, fire, snow, ice, all contain energy. There is nothing that is dead. Nothing that is dead. Everything that grows and has life has an energy, including water and snow and ice and wind and trees and plants and animals and color and sound and crystals. There is nothing really that is dead. It is perhaps in a transitionary period. So the snow has a very light, gentle air energy with it. We are, of course, speaking of snow in its natural form without the chemicals or toxins, or thank you, poisons is the word Carol was looking for, or soma. Natural snow is very light, very gentle air. You could say feminine energy, but that would be the wrong word. More very light energy. Of course, it also has memory, as does water, especially when icicles are formed. It is living, breathing, alive. So the snow will have an energetic effect, an imprint on you and your energy and your mind state and your thought process. Your environments are extremely important, which is extremely important. This often goes unnoticed, but it is most evident when you look at the negative agenda and how they have taken you out of beautiful natural environments and led you to believe that being in the cities and working is the way to go. So we wanted to share that with you before we answered your question. So being in the snow environment is, the snow itself is very light, very gentle, very air energy, and will, if it does not have trees in that environment, that energy of the snow will take you up and out and put you into a similar energy of the snow is actually what we are trying to, thank you, is trying to explain is that the snow is can be very ungrounding because it has very light, gentle air energy, which can be very ungrounding. However, if the snow is in an environment where there are trees, this affects the overall energy. So, and also if the snow is, if you are able to, if the snow is not that deep and you are really able to put your hands on the earth through the snow and your belly on the earth through the snow, if it is shallow enough, if the snow is shallow enough, then yes, do this by all means. But really try and connect in, mentally focus, visualize that you are connecting with the earth, and do it physically where you are grabbing the earth in your hands and really feeling the earth with your belly, kind of bypassing the snow, which will take you up and out of your body, because that is what air energy does. It takes you up and out of your body. We would also like to add that there are people that will not get or understand that we are speaking so in so simple terms of snow, having an energy, but that is a natural law. Water, snow, air, ice, trees, earth, grass, plants, all have energy. They are not dead beings or dead matter. Even dead leaves have an energy of transference and transformation, an in-between state. Water in the form of a tsunami has a very different energy to the water of stillness and peacefulness. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Perhaps not what many watching in the future will expect us to go into so much detail about. We've said before, the 6 month is important. Oh, there is something that is new to Soma since the move, which is just articulating it perhaps better. And we have covered it more or less on the collective level. But we would like to add that how can we word this? Thank you. That collectively you have moved up into a higher energy collectively and are really embodying that onto your planet. There is no longer a need to go into, for many of you, especially starseeds, there is no longer a need for you to go into a meditation because the shift of energy that has occurred recently you are the embodiment of that a higher meditative state, and you are anchoring in and bringing it in and incorporating it into your daily lives. You have energetically shifted forward and are leaving the old energy, the old ways, the harsh, old dark energies are leaving your planet, whether they want to or not, being cleaned, cleared, removed, some in a very physical way. We are, of course, talking about certain political leaders that are clearing the fields, that are changing the guards, that are making changes, moving forward. What does he call it? Cleaning the pond, cleaning the mud, something to do with the mud. This energy we're speaking of is also to do with the new earth, where you are anchoring in new timelines, anchoring in new earth, creating new realities. And many of you are aware that you are doing this on a daily basis through your thoughts, your actions, your words, your creativity, which is all in the process of expansion. You are becoming more aware of who you are, why you're here, where you're from. And you are also becoming much more aware and creating as you go a new earth. Whether you are doing it on a small scale in your gardens or outside your front doors, or on a grand scale by buying land and creating communities on a grander scale or a larger scale or a bigger scale. You are powerful beings. And you are becoming aware of this as the days continue and the time passes and ticks away, and your physical lives become shorter. You are creators and you are the leaders. You are the dream weavers, the thought bearers, the way showers, the dream weavers. You are creating a new reality, a new dawn, a new earth, a new beginning, a new era, a new age of Aquarius. You've created all of this. And you've kept in mind the situation of what, in the back of your minds, collectively, of what occurred in Atlantis. And you have chosen to create something of a higher consciousness that contains more beauty, more awareness, more understanding, more frequency, more vibration, more sound, more music, that leads you into evolution and a higher dimension on Earth. And you are doing it as starseeds. That is your mission. Your mission as starseeds, generally speaking, overall, is to create a new dawn, a new era. That is why you are on your earth. You are magnificent beings. Sometimes Soma gets asked questions. And with it contain the energy of, who do you think you are? And she can feel the energy behind the question. And sometimes the questions, not in this group, but there have been places she has been recently online where she has been asked questions. And she has very much felt the energy of the question, not hearing the question itself, but rather the energy of the question. And it goes something like, who do you think you are? You are not channeling us, the Pleiadians. And when she hears that, she has become less and less defensive to that energy. What we are trying to say is that that is what you are doing collectively. You are waking up to who you really are, remembering that you are. And also, let us add with that, when she receives a question with that energy, she can see that the person has very little understanding of who they are, because they are also God's source. divine beings that are creators, that have very little understanding or experience of that. And our answer to that type of question or energy behind the question would be that you are magnificent beings. You are the creators of your own reality. You do get to create, experience beautiful abilities, channeling, healing, art, music, sound, color, frequency, vibration. And you get to move up and evolve into all of it, all that God source created, which you are individual sparks of God's source. You are magnificent beings. Come away from the thoughts, the belief, the indoctrination, the manipulation, the dumbing down of the energy of the negative agenda of you being powerless beings, whether it is done through any system, whether it is done through the church or politics or law or rules or regulation, or the school system is a huge part of that. Every system on earth contains that energy of teaching and enforcing you as humanity collectively that you are powerless. That is not true. That is not the truth. The truth is you are God's source and you are powerful beyond words. You are part of God's source, individual droplets, individual sparks that are creators on a grand scale. You, and you all have created not just your physical realities, but the universe, the stars, the suns, the moons, the planets, the galaxies, the universes. You have created it all. Even those that are awake, aware, and conscious and understand within them innately what we are saying. Even those of you, as we described, awake, aware, and conscious, do not fully understand yet how powerful you are, and yet you do. To some level, some degree, you understand not just the words, but you understand the energy. You understand that you are creators. You are God's source. You understand that. Somewhat. But you are even grander than those of you who are awake. Take it to the next level. Create your abundance. Create your income. Create your environment. Create your lives, your reality. Create, create, create. Create clean water, healthy bodies, pure air. Create your environments. That is why you are here. That is part of ascension. Now would be a good time for perhaps 5 or 10 minutes of a break, refreshments, and then we will take any questions. Do not forget that the 6th month is important, regardless of what anyone says. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. We just had a little wee break there, a short refreshments. Are there any questions?
Not so far. Come on.
Okay. Dennis, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, and is there anything you guys would like to say? What did you think of the channeling?
I thought it was good. Because I think the energy is changing. We are becoming more and more maybe telepathic, or our abilities will start to come online more and more, you know.
I think
Now,
so.
Carol, do you know if I've heard that as the energy rises, that we'll eventually be able to see our family members that have passed on more closely and even interact with them somewhat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Many of us can have some of those abilities to varying degrees and extremities. So
Mhm.
there are mediums and also healers and psychic abilities. Thank you. That so many of you can already do. What is coming is beyond. Oh, I'm going back into it there. What is coming is beyond anything that you have ever seen on your planet in ascension process, in the way that it is unfolding for you. There have been many times that ascension has occurred previously on your planet and on other planets and star systems within the universe and galaxies. But it has never occurred in this way before, ever on your planet. This is unique. This is special. This is individual. This is collective. This is magnificent. This is a president, president, unique in its undertaking of ascension and evolution of humanity, given the technology you have. And you're right to say, Judy, that the abilities of humans, we use the word humans loosely, the abilities of you and the likes of you is increasing, is expanding, is growing, is escalating. Your abilities collectively, whether they be telepathic or healing, mediumship, you're expanding at a great velocity, a great speed of awareness. Some of you, such as Coleman and such as Coleman within relationships, are at the extreme end of abilities such as tele telepathy, within relationships, and you will see this progress as your relationships, closeness and bonds that run very deep and cover thousands of lifetimes. You will see this showing up more consistently, more powerfully, more evidently, more. You will experience this in the extreme. We are speaking specifically, but not limited to, Coleman. And Soma knows who Coleman is, but many of you will be having these experiences, specifically within your close bonds and relationships, especially the sexual ones. Oh. So let us pause there. Okay, so I think for today, I maybe we should wrap things up unless there's anything you guys would like to add or say or share. And thank you both so much for being here. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Please do come and subscribe to my Substack, Soma Ara. You can also, I also offer personal readings and channeling, various different readings. So if you want to have a look at my website, somaara.love, and for different readings, I offer different prices, but they range from €50 up to 177.77 cents. And that's in euros. I think more or less the exchange rate for the UK and for America is around the same, more give or take, more or less at the moment anyway. So, and yeah, sign up to my Rumble as well. That would be great. Instead of YouTube, sign up to my Substack instead of Facebook. And love wins.